Alright, so this is a quest that I just found called Dark Sea Edea's Call. I have no idea what it's about. We're about to find out. But it's from Edea. Tatsumori, it's been some time since we last spoke. I've been told of the High Flora invasion in Areve. Before anything else, I want to thank you for turning back the enemy advance. I know our victory was far from untarnished. Without you, I am certain it would have been far worse. The tragedy that befell Cygnus weighs heavily on us all. Yet, she wouldn't want us to lose hope. Now, more than ever, it is critical to show our enemies that our resolve remains strong. Which is why I'm contacting you. As fate would have it, I've discovered a way that the Alliance might be able to take back the momentum, which I would like to discuss with you. Would you be able to report to the Operations Center? I've just arrived myself, and given the sensitivity of this intelligence, it would be best to discuss it in person. Oh, okay. If you have no other pressing concerns, I shall see you at the Operations Center. Alright, let's go!
Adversary, good. We didn't want to start without you.
I'm glad to see you, adversary. When I heard of the invasion, I feared the worst. I never expected the High Flora to mobilize an entire battleship group so quickly. I regret that I wasn't here to fight with the Alliance.
You have nothing to regret. Your mission took you elsewhere. You weren't the one caught unawares.
So, this mission of Edea's, is that why we're here?
Ah, yes, Edea. Please brief us on what you've discovered.
Of course. Ever since the conflict in Cernium, I've been searching for any ancient gods as yet uncontacted by the Alliance.
Okay. Because the first one, when we got to Cernium, the first one we came across was... what's the skill that I have? Mitra. Kind of reminds me of Ashura from Ashura's Wrath. But yeah, that was the first one we heard of and came across. Technically, it was Shinsu, but like beyond that, it was Mitra that we heard of.
It's our hope that the gods will ally with us against Jaren Darmor. But we can't ignore the potential threat of their immense power either. Unfortunately, the magic of the ancient gods does not reveal itself easily. From what I understand, the ancient gods manifested from the energies of primordial chaos, from which the world itself was forged. And for that reason, they can be difficult to track against what you might call the background magic of the world, especially when they want to hide. Our records say that there were once hundreds of gods, but we've only confirmed the presence of a handful. And those trails went cold almost as soon as we discovered them. It defies belief that from so many ancient gods we've only found scraps. With their numbers and power.
You would expect at least one of the awakened gods to have the temperament to pronounce themselves openly.
Exactly. And I have some theories about that which we should discuss. But for now, it's our search we must concern ourselves with, not their secrets. As I said, without a way to detect the ancient gods, we were at an impasse. So I changed focus. I began combing through our intelligence reports, looking for patterns buried in the data.
Your reasoning that any event so momentous as a god's revival would inevitably ripple out through the surrounding region, even if they immediately went into hiding.
Precisely. And as I examined incidents from across Grandis, one place in particular caught my attention. The Silent Sea. The stretch of ocean south of continental Grandis. Of course, it has another name, used by the sailors who ply its troubled waters. The Dark Sea. An ocean infamous for swallowing ships and aircraft, their crews vanishing without a trace.
Oh, so we got ourselves a Maplestory version of the Bermuda Triangle.
And you think some god is responsible?
Ask 100 people why ships go missing there, and you'll learn 100 different causes. But yes, I believe it's likely. With that in mind, the only thing left was to search the Dark Sea myself, which is what I was doing when the High Flora invaded. I had to leave the coast far behind me, but eventually I discovered a structure rising from the depths.
From the deep sea? It must be massive. Could so large a structure have appeared when the ancient gods awakened?
No. From what I can tell, it was constructed long ago. Disappearances there have been higher than the statistical average for generations. Factor in the depreciatory effect of travelers avoiding the area, and it's clear why nobody's found it before. A magical barrier blocked me from doing anything more than a cursory examination, but from what I could tell, it connects to a larger complex on the ocean floor.
You want us to go knock on the door and see if any gods are home, I take it?
Yes. If an ancient god dwells there, anything less than a full response would just be begging for casualties. Though I fear that even with the adversary present, we won't be able to enter safely. The Dark Sea barrier is unique. I've made a long study of ancient magic, but I lack the expertise to be absolutely confident of my ability to bypass it. To be frank, there's only one person who could. Grendel the Really Old.
Ooh, we're gonna go searching for him again now.
You know that Grendel's a prisoner now, right?
Oh, right, because he broke the barrier between Maple World and Grandis and made them all one world.
I am supremely aware, having consulted on the seals containing him. But without his help, we shouldn't expect anyone who goes through that barrier to come out again.
Grendel chose to involve himself with the Black Mage's core, and the fragment of consciousness it contained. Under its influence, he caused irrevocable harm to countless lives. We had no choice but to take him into custody, until such time that the Alliance can hold him to account for his actions. Admittedly, Grendel made no effort to resist his arrest, and he hasn't attempted any kind of escape. In truth, I'm not sure what to make of him. There are no signs that Grendel's mind is still contaminated. But would there be, if he was? He bears tremendous responsibility for the aftermath of the Convergence. Yet there's no denying that Grendel was instrumental in our struggle against the Black Mage. And now that we face another Transcendent, the discomforting truth may be that we simply need him. We need his insight to uncover the mystery before us. And we need to know if we can ever trust him again.
I agree.
Look, I don't like the idea of Grendel rotting in a cell for the rest of his life any more than you do. But just because the old man has simmered down, it doesn't mean he's ready to accept the weight of what he's done, or that we can trust him to make it right.
Yeah, and not to mention that at least from what I come to understand, a lot of magicians and mages who are as old as Grendel, or who are as well studied, don't really see their actions as bad or good. They're just in pursuit of a thing. So the fact that something bad or good happened, it's like, oh well, what do you want me to do about it? You know, they're rather impartial to it. At least that's my understanding.
Of course not. And either way, we'd be fools to release Grendel with no limits on his autonomy. We need a way to restrain Grendel, in the event that he turns on us, and chaperones who can contain him if he does. Brighton, doesn't Edelstein have the technology to suppress a prisoner's magic?
I should have guessed. Edelstein may have developed that tech, but you know the Black Wings were the first to use it on prisoners, right?
I know. And under any other circumstance, it would be enough to entrust Grendel to the custody of the adversary. But faced with a potentially hostile god, we must take every precaution we can.
Yes, I get it. Just don't forget what it cost us, either.
Adversary, will you take charge of Grendel and investigate the Dark Sea? The Alliance's future in Grandis may depend on it.
I will.
Thank you. I know this situation is far from ideal, but it may be our only chance to beat Jaren Darmor to a new god.
It's been nothing but one mess after another since we left Shangri-La. I hope we don't wake up someday and wonder which ugly necessity made us forget what was right.
Carved in the heart. The Alliance is holding Grendel in the Ereve magical prison. I sent word ahead with Brighton, but I have no doubt that he will be eager to assist your mission. Mapleworld owes much to Grendel. He may have been influenced by the Black Mage's philosophy. That does not mean he is beyond redemption. There is some who would argue that the Convergence and everything it wrought was authored by Grendel's malice. I confess, there is part of me that would like to agree with them. But I fear a far more dangerous possibility. That Grendel, in the full competency of his mind, was simply convinced. That's a dangerous thought. Forgive me for burdening you with this before your departure, but I suspect that in this matter, your judgment will be more reliable than mine. Please, keep a close eye on Grendel. And please be careful. You know better than anyone how little we can afford to lose you. Brighton should be ready for you at the Ereve magical prison, if you're prepared to take Grendel into your custody. In the meantime, Edea and I will outfit an airship for your mission. Brighton awaits you. Please report to the magical prison when you are able. Alright! What do we got? Oh! It's in there. Okay. Oh, wow! I did not know this was here. Or if I did, I completely forgot about it. I've been waiting. There you are. I'm ready to get this over with if you are. I have to say, Oz should be proud of her work here. I heard that she spared no effort in the seals, and consulted with every magician she could. But the spells here are even more formidable than I expected. Though I wonder who came up with some of these designs. Look here. This seal makes it so that Grendel can only hear people standing in this room, and can only talk to them if they know the right password. They must be terrified that he'll influence his guards, like Will influenced him. I suppose the knights aren't willing to take any chances after Will escaped, but I wonder how many of them know what it's like to be in solitary confinement. Oh, he must have been one of them. There's no point putting off the inevitable. And I'd rather not strain Edea's patience. Shall we? Let's go!
Grendel, I'm sure you heard. The moment I open that cell, you'll be placed under a magical restraint.
Of course. You'll get no protest from me. I understand why the Alliance would take such precautions.
I'm not sure it matters much now. But why did you do it?
You know the reason as intimately as I, Brighton. It is carved upon the heart of every magician alive. I simply had to know.
There it is right there. He's just in pursuit of knowledge. And good or bad, you know, that's not why I'm looking for it. If something bad happens, oh well. I now know stuff.
I swore to myself that I had changed, that I could accept the boundaries of my knowledge. Yet at the first opportunity, my thirst for the unknown had me by the throat. I still believe that our only hope is to create a world of unfettered possibility. But I won't turn my gaze from the lives that were lost either. So call on me if you must. I shall accompany you to the Dark Sea, and lend whatever aid I may. If that answer satisfies, let us depart. Time is of the essence, I understand.
When isn't it? Grendel, this restraint may not seem like much. It won't stop you from casting spells or impede your movement. But step out of line, and I'll bring you to your knees. I don't want it to come to that, but don't try me.
Fear not. I have no desire to test the efficacy of this device.
For what it's worth, this wasn't my choice.
Oh, my boy. So little of it is.
I don't like the way Grendel said that. Stay alert, everyone. Fortunately, the Dark Sea isn't very far from the reef. Even a small airship should be able to make the journey. Is there any risk that we'll end up like the other airships that went missing in the Dark Sea? I don't believe so. I used cloaking magic on my first visit, and never experienced any trouble with my airship. We'll do the same on this expedition, even though it means we must limit the mission to a small team. Be cautious. You'll be far from rescue, and losing any of you would be a devastating blow to the Alliance. And Tatsumari, I'm sure you've already realized that this may be the perfect opportunity to test the capabilities of the World Heart. If the situation called for it, don't hold back. Understood. If you're prepared, you should be off. All right, let's go!
We shall arrive shortly. We're almost at the center of the Dark Sea.
Oh, that's not good.
Nasty place. The air really sticks in your throat.
Vessels have been disappearing from these waters for some time, you said.
Long enough for the people of Grandis to mythologize it in song. Yes.
Few remember it now, but Maple World had a similar song once. A tale of a ravenous monster, whose beguiling voice lured sailors to a grisly fate beneath the waves. Perhaps we should take care, lest we are enthralled.
We can worry about monsters once we're inside. Get ready to land.
Ah, now this is no ordinary barrier. I've never seen its like in Maple World.
I thought you might say that. It's certainly unlike any magic used by the Nova or Flora, either. Our spellcraft operates from a completely different foundation.
Don't look at me. Freedom fighters don't get much time for ancient theory.
How is it different from modern magic?
The underlying principles are quite distinct, but for our purpose, the most important difference is the direction in which the barrier activates. Modern barriers are almost always constructed to protect something valuable from outside interference. But this is the other way entirely.
Oh, so it's trying to keep something in. It prevents anything from inside breaking out? Grendel's eyes gleam with interest, his attention utterly absorbed by the magic before him.
Yes. That change may sound small, but it's an incredible feat of magic to reverse the arcane energies without rendering the barrier fatally brittle.
Ancient magic on a divine scale. The clues are stacking up.
Indeed. But we'll only know for sure once we're inside.
You know, I think this is actually to be the introduction of Ymir. That's who we're working with. We must investigate the depths. Grendel and I are certain that we can get inside the barrier without triggering any additional spells. But it's more likely that once we're in, we'll have far more difficulty getting back out. This may be the point of no return. Are you prepared? Then let us depart. Right? Let's check it out!
It's been so long. Footsteps drawing ever closer. Even here, trapped beneath the dark sea, there are those who come to share my blessing. It's been so long since I've had guests. Hear my heartfelt prayer, and prove yourselves to be true heroes. Brave, gentle, strong, and utterly delicious.
Hold on. Did you feel that? Just now? If we're not careful, we may end up like all those missing ships.
It's been so long since I've had a proper meal. Hurry.
Yeah, no. I don't like this.
Remarkable. This entire space has been magically excavated from the ocean itself.
The strength of these spells. I can't believe they're holding back so much water.
Quite. My admiration is almost enough to distract me from the attention we've drawn.
We're being watched by hungry eyes.
I feel like a Laloon caught in a hunter's snare. We'll likely find the source of this presence in the temple we saw on our way down.
Uh-oh.
That's an invitation if I've ever seen one.
I don't like giggling things!
Shall we? We already stand at the precipice. All that's left is the leap.
What a magnificent temple. It's like the heart of some ancient city was lost beneath the waves.
There's nowhere else a god would be, right?
Stop! Don't move!
Well, would you look at that?
Another layer, wow.
Careful. This barrier is far more complex than the first we passed.
Pardon our intrusion. Would you care to reveal yourself?
Long have I yearned for the heroes who would save me. My heroes, my hope, you're here at last.
Did you build this place?
Are you in need of rescue?
Yes, I was once the spirit of these waters, bequeathing my blessing to all who set foot upon my shores.
Yeah, that introduction animation and what she's saying here now, something tells me this is all a ruse.
But my largesse drew the wrath of a wicked god who cast me down and confined me in this gilded prison. My sole hope was that heroes might one day appear to free me from my chains.
And if some hero did show up, what all would you want them to do?
The form you see before you is not my body true. My bones and blood are bound within the temple, and shall only know freedom when the seal upon it is broken. By the wicked god's cunning, this barrier may only be breached by those pure of heart, who enter of their own accord.
Why would a god imprison you for blessing people?
I could not say. The seal's magic has made ruin of my memory. I know not why any heart would spurn a spirit who only wished to share her blessings.
Yeah, I don't like that. You know, when usually in anime, when a character has a shadow fall over their eyes like that, it usually means they're supremely pissed.
I must say, you're quite different from any spirit I've met before.
Hardly a surprise. There are no other spirits like me. But I beseech you, heroes, break the seal and free me from my torment, that I might gift you endless blessings.
If I see anyone in shining armor, I'll be sure to share the word. But we've got some questions for you first.
Tell us, spirit. Did you know this sea is famous for the number of ships that have gone missing here?
Oh, there goes. There goes the mask.
You are the first guests that I've received. If there were others, they surely fell prey to the wicked god's designs.
I think their fate is clear, and that you have no intention of giving us any blessing we would welcome. This barrier is constructed much like the other. It can only be broken from the outside. I don't know why you want us to enter your temple, but it has nothing to do with setting you free.
You fed that hero garbage to everyone else who showed up here, didn't you? What did you do to them?
Oh, my heroes. I know this is much to take in. I beg you, search my cage to your heart's content. See the wicked god's work. Your paths shall carry you to my temple, as surely as the tide. I await you within. Come quickly, that we might share a meal together.
Yeah, I don't like what she tried there.
So, was she ancient and godly enough for you?
Whatever she is, she's incredibly powerful and clearly dangerous. If we leave her here, she'll keep luring people to their death, and perhaps even escape.
I concur. But we should start as she suggests, and search this place for any clue to her identity.
Sounds like a plan.
Was that the world heart pulsing for a moment? Uh-oh.
Adversary, are you all right? Stay focused. The longer we linger here, the sooner she'll realize we have no intention of taking her bait.
Never underestimate the power of ancient gods. You know, now that I think about it, I think this is Emir, but I also think she goes by the name of Malefic Star. So it could be that being that she's saying, you know, saying how everybody looks tasty and it's been a while since she'd had a meal. Maybe she was like a vampire god, so to speak. Either that or was just fed on people. That, at least that's what her, she has a bottomless hunger or something like that, and she can only be sated by feeding on people. Maybe that's what it is. Temple of Two Faces. This temple is the heart of the complex, but the ruins we saw on the way down stretch in every direction. A proper survey would take far more time than we can allow. And that's assuming that the spell work doesn't stretch even farther than we've seen so far. I fear that the only prudent course is to split into 2 groups and cover as much ground as we can. Brighton, you said that ancient magic is outside your field of expertise, correct? Then I suggest you and I search one way, while the adversary and Grendel explore the other.
Nineheart won't be pleased to hear that we abandoned the magical restraint at the first hurdle. But if the adversary can't keep an eye on Grendel, then I doubt the restraint would be much help. So I'm all for it.
Worry not. I shall be on my best behavior.
Very well. Tatsumari, if you agree, then Brighton and I will search the ruins near the temple while you and Grendel investigate the outskirts. We'll meet here in an hour and share what we've learned.
Right, let's go!
Oh, hello. Well, there's a bunch of ships. These ships!
Ah, this must be the resting place of those poor souls who went missing in these waters. These vessels are all damaged, and not from normal wear or weather.
They look like they crashed into something before they sank.
But that's not all.
What is it?
My knowledge of Grandisian ship design is rudimentary at best, but I would wager that some of these ships sank centuries ago, which would match the apparent age of these ruins. Yet we stood before a temple that shone as if its final stone was laid this morning. I fear some spell may be interfering with our senses. This marker is of particular note. Give me a moment to examine it. I can sense something within.
Okay, Grendel. Kinda spooking me.
Odd. The further we travel from the temple, the older these ruins become. But they clearly share an architectural style.
How far does this place go? Is that spirit holding up the entire ocean?
If she truly is an ancient god, she may be the strongest we've faced. But why are these ruins in such worse condition than the temple? They were definitely built at the same time. Every stone of this underwater sanctuary is linked by a single spell. If only I had time to analyze the magic involved. Can you imagine the battle damage we could repair, if we could recreate it? But it's almost time to meet up with Grendel and the adversary. We'll have to leave such questions for... Brighton? Have you found something?
Uh-oh.
Brighton? Where are you? What the?
That's not good! No, 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 no!
I sense a strange power. I believe this marker has been imbued with magic, though what kind I cannot say. I am certain that it is the work of our host, however. The spell currently slumbers, but I believe that I can awaken it with a little magic of my own. If we can learn what kind of magic our soul-called spirit wields, it may help us uncover her true identity. Unless there's another course of action you would like to propose, I think we should take the risk.
Well, all right. I'm gonna trust you on this one, Grendel. Grendel.
You may find this warning somewhat hollow, falling from my lips. But take care. There's no telling what this artifact will do. Prepare yourself. Wait. This magic.
Uh-oh. I can't see! Oh? Is this the temple? Wait!
Are you all right, adversary? We've almost reached the temple.
A wicked god's malice has beset that poor spirit for centuries. We must free her.
This must be like a mirror world.
Or are you sulking because there's no god to slay?
But I thought we were...
My head.
Take a breath and center yourself. We have to get inside the temple, remember?
Wait.
We can brook no delay.
Come on, up to it.
Hold on. This can't be real.
The World Heart.
You would spurn me? Supper does not choose when it is served. First, I'll feast upon your friends. And then, I'll make a meal of you.
Trapped in an illusion. There's no time. Have to fight the servants of... Oh. All right. Power time. Well, at least I have plenty of power. Oh boy. Okay.
Illusion magic. Are you well, adversary? It has been known to inflict a rare few with terrible headaches.
I saw...
So the World Heart gave you the ability to break free from the illusion. I was fortunate. The magical safeguards I keep upon my mind granted me a degree of protection as well. But what breathtaking power! That illusion possessed impossible substance. I suspect that if you hadn't weakened the spell by breaking free yourself, it would have overcome my mind in time. The false reality was overwhelming. I'm certain now. Our foe is nothing less than an ancient god, One whose malice runs deeper than even a fallen transcendence. Edea and Brighton are in grave danger. We must find them.
Let's go! If that's the case, they are cooked.
A distress flare! We may be too late.
I sense a strange power. I fear that Edea and Brighton have come under attack. If we don't hurry, the illusions here may swallow them whole. Go on ahead, adversary. There's no point in letting these old knees slow you down. I'll be right behind you, or as close behind as I can manage.
All right, let's go. Edea! Brighton!
Adversary.
Are you injured? What happened?
Our enemy. She's an ancient god. Be careful. She may attack again.
She tried to trap us with an illusion magic. Is that what happened to you?
Surely her illusions can't inflict physical wounds.
There was an illusion at first, but... Brighton? Brighton, snap out of it!
Ugh, my head.
We were ambushed. These spirits tried to snare us in an illusion. I don't know why, but their spell faltered at the last moment, and I was able to break us free.
I hate illusion magic. All the tenderness of a hangover with none of the fun.
Careful. I'm certain now that we face a god, and she clearly means us harm.
Then we better deal with these ghosts and get back to the others, eh?
Oh dear. You let one morsel break free, and soon they all flee the larder.
Are you all right, Brighton?
Thanks to you. But I'm feeling a sudden sympathy for my dinner.
Keep your guard up. We have to buy time.
You're a cut above the usual livestock. Why, I do believe I'm salivating.
Thank the stars. You've dropped the damsel act.
I know you're an ancient god. Maybe the strongest of them all. But why attack us? What are you hoping to accomplish?
Accomplish? Oh, nothing much. I'm simply starving. Don't worry. I'll savor every bite.
I can't breathe.
Fight it! She's eating our life force! She fed from us until there was almost nothing left. Forgive me, adversary. The rest is up to you.
Edea!
No, stay with us. So that's her plan. She's luring us. Edea and Brighton still cling to life. If we reclaim the vitality that goddess stole, we'll be able to revive them.
We'll have to fight whatever's in that temple.
The foe we've faced thus far has been nothing but an illusory shell, a shadow of its caster. In there, we'll confront malice made flesh. Her illusions may master us entirely. Ah! The world's heart! It may be your only advantage, and our only hope of seeing another sunrise. Forgive me, adversary, but you must meet this god alone. I'll remain here and do what I can to sustain our companions, but their lives are in your hands.
With the world heart, I can break that god's illusions. Will that be enough to defeat her? It has to be. Edea and Brighton depend on it.
You're the only one who can save them. I regret that you must face this ancient god alone, but I fear that her illusions would overpower my mind. You wouldn't be able to fight freely if I were her hostage, or even her willing ally. I will be of more use here, looking after our companions.
Don't worry about it. Just keep an eye on them.
Very well, adversary. Good luck.
Long have I yearned for the heroes who would save me. I told you that your path would carry you to my temple, did I not?
What have you done with the life force you took from my friends?
Is that what concerns you? Be not afraid. You shall see them again in my stomach. My hunger's only grown since I was sealed here. This prison was designed to draw meals to me, but not often and never enough. I know what you are, and what bauble you carry. If I eat you, perhaps this ceaseless ache will finally quiet. But you're strange. You fight for your fellows. The others of your ilk knew nothing but the animal fear when their bodies remembered they could die. Few of your kind could have broken my illusions, even one cast by a shadow. You'll require a consummate touch. I can feel your friends fading. I'm almost ready to eat again. Don't keep me waiting.
I can feel power coming from that temple, even through the barrier. Time to fight. This temple, it's a ruin. Where are you?
Oh, how it all comes back. The scent of blood. The charnel chorus. I closed my eyes, and the battlefield's before me. A feast for the taking. I'm shaking. I can't contain my joy. How I miss those blissful days, when foe after foe broke before my might, and I could glut myself on their ruin. After that wretched god spurned me, I never thought to face your kind again. But not even the dark sea could quench the fire of my appetite. 대적자를 다시 맛볼 수 있는 날을.
Oh! Wait! Is she the one who basically killed off the adversaries?
What kind of meal will you make? I can't wait to find out. My red power paradise.
Okay.
So this is the taste of defeat. If I were whole, if that pitiful dream hadn't usurped me, your blood would be running down my chin.
If you were whole?
No, I won't accept this. I won't end. Damn it. I've truly nothing left. Eat or be eaten. There is no other truth. Someday, adversary, it'll be your body broken, your heart caught in biting teeth. I swear, when that day comes, whatever part of me left swirling in your guts will be watching. And I'll be smiling. I can't wait to see you die.
The World Heart. It's gotten even stronger.
Adversary!
Are you all right? You defeated the ancient god. Well done.
I'm glad you're all safe. I should tell them how I fought the ancient god. What a terrifying deity. You did well to defeat her, and alone at that. I'm sorry we weren't able to help you more.
That's another time you've saved my life. I'll add it to the tally.
Well done. You truly deserve a moniker as the adversary of fate.
We have a mountain of leads to pursue. There's the identity of that ancient god, the World Heart's power to resist her illusions, and many more besides. But we'll have to save the discussion for when we return to Ariv. I dare say that we're exhausted, and I think you could use a rest as well, Tatsumari. If you're ready to leave, we should head back to the operations center. I'll send word to the airship. Wait,
so you defeated the ancient god on your own and absorbed her power with the World Heart.
So wait, we just left? I thought it was going to be difficult getting out.
I just left.
How did we get out?
I just left.
Okay, whatever. That's right.
From everything we've learned, we must conclude that the World Heart is more than a mere weapon made to vanquish ancient gods. It responded to that god's illusions, and broke you free automatically. It may have other abilities we haven't yet discovered. If you can fully master it, adversary, you may be able to wield incredible power.
Sounds like our trip to Odium and Shangri-La saved our bacon.
You've done well, everyone. It's unfortunate that we were unable to discover the true identity of that ancient god. But from what she said, you feel the goddess wasn't whole. Could there be some other part of her out there still?
I think there might be.
An unsettling notion. You may have ended the immediate threat, but I'll have our researchers search for any ancient gods who match her description. Regardless, you deserve our thanks, as always. The other members of the Alliance will be gathering soon. Once everyone has reached Arev, we'll be able to discuss our next steps. This war is far from over. But for the time being, you have a well-deserved respite.
Very well. I shall make my full report tomorrow. I think I hear my quarters calling my name.
Yes. I could use some sleep. And a meal. And a drink. And then some more sleep. Until Claudine shows up, at least.
What about Grendel?
Ah, fear not. I shall return myself to my cell. It was good to be of use again. Especially since it gave me the chance to witness the power of an ancient god with my own eyes. I wonder, could we devise a way to combat a god's magic? There's much we must research.
Adversary, do you have reason to doubt that Grendel gave anything but his utmost effort?
No, not at all.
I see. Well, on behalf of the Alliance, thank you. Please, rest while you're able. I'm sure we'll have cause to call upon you again soon.
A short while later, at the heart of the Dark Sea.
Was someone here?
Oh! They're two separate beings! Or they were.
Her radiant malice. Has it burnt out? Or has she fled? My star could never have broken through my barriers alone. Might someone have... She truly is gone.
So she must have split herself then. Kind of like it's an old story. But from back in old Maplestory. But there was a storyline where Eliza actually split herself off. I think it may be still in the game. Eliza split herself off into two separate beings because there was some malice that she had because she wasn't able to protect Goddess Minerva due to a long storyline that I'll get into another time. So maybe Ymir did the same thing.
Were she alive and free, she surely would have come for me. No, she's been slain. Whoever faced her must possess overwhelming might. Even the adversaries of old would have struggled to withstand her. Strange. Even slain, there should be some remnant of her Erda. Unless... Could it be? There's but one foe who has drawn even Lord Darmor's gaze. Yes, they would have the strength. I cannot tarry here. My lord must be informed.
Oh.
A curious vexation.
So this must be another one of Darmor's disciples.
Is this grief? Our souls were severed for centuries, but once we were one. My malefic star. I hope you understood ere your end. I never hated you. You kept me alive. you allowed me to meet the struggle that came with each sunrise. Had I not carved you from my heart, I would have followed wherever you pointed. And laughed, even as I drowned the world in blood. But that red paradise would have served me alone. When all souls that breathe deserve a chance at salvation. So, forgive me, my darling star. Though, now that I think of it, it's quite a pity. Had I known she would fall, I would have fed her to another apostle. She would have been too much for Reyna, but Baldrix could have made good use of her. No. If our enemies truly ventured into the depths of the Dark Sea, then her death has confirmed that the adversary is mastering the world heart, and that knowledge is invaluable. This adversary of a new age. I'll have to ask them when we meet.
Thank you for dropping by the library. I hope you enjoyed your stay as well as the tale you just saw. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and become a coin in the vault by hitting the subscribe button. If you never want to miss a video, ring the bell and turn on all notifications. To catch where these streams happen live, use the link in the description to visit my Twitch channel. If you'd like to see more tales from Maplestory, click this playlist here. And if you'd like a story narrated to you, click this playlist here. I hope to see you again, so until next time, my friends.